Wealthy people can buy orchards and food forests just like that. But the rest of us, we can do it too. And all we need is a bucket of sand and a pair of rusty snippers. So the storm we had here the past month partially took down Figgy Smalls, my biggest fig tree. Now don't worry, this video is not gonna be a funeral video, it's a propagation video. Because Figgy here is gonna kickstart the next generation of trees. Let me show you. Fig trees are ridiculously easy to propagate. You don't need rooting hormones, grafting tape, propagation trays and all that stuff. Forget about that. We want to look for living branches of about pencil thickness or thicker. These little bumps here are called nodes, and that's where leaves, buds or roots can grow. We want to collect a bunch of good sticks so we have plenty chances of success. I mix 50% sand and 50% compost, homemade compost, because I want my little ones to have a head start in life. And I don't want them complaining to the other trees in the forest that their father was a cheap ass either. But if you don't have compost, don't worry, just use sand. The figs just want to live. And kids, they'll find something to complain about anyway. I'm using these old crates I found behind the fish market years ago. They're beaten up and ugly, but they don't smell like sardines anymore. And they didn't cost me a thing. And then we cut them right under a node. Now remember, up and down do matter. A tree wants to grow up. My trick? I always cut the bottom flat and the top at a 45-degree angle. Flat for the roots and slanted for the rain. Full disclosure, I'm doing this right as the buds are starting to wake up. And technically speaking, according to the experts, you should do this in the winter time when they're fully dormant. But I'm a little bit late as usual, and I'll tell you what, if you have some dirt and some fig branches, just stick them in. Nature is way more forgiving than internet experts. They just want to live. I stick the sticks in the soil diagonally so that more nodes get buried and I have more chance of roots. You, however, can just stick them straight down in a pot if you want. Last summer, my dad and I used the same system. Most of these kids are already in the ground thriving. Just like this one that I planted last week. And it didn't cost us a thing.
You wanna chase the water, Suki? Huh? Oh, you waiting for some drops? Huh?
So now all we need to do is have a little bit of patience, and in about a month or 6 weeks, underneath the soil the magic will start to happen and they will shoot roots. Now of course resist yourself, don't pull them out to check, just let them be, and once you see green foliage coming up, you know that you've done a good job. I would advise to leave them in a pot like this for a full cycle to develop some good roots. But of course, if you want to risk it, you can also plant them out earlier. Just make sure you water them frequently. So there you go. All you really need is a few sticks of fig, a container, an old fish crate or something like that, some sand, garden soil, whatever you can find. And before you know it, you'll have an army of fig trees. It's super easy, they're super forgiving, and it brings so much joy. So give it a try and let me know how you go. Cheers to Figgy Smalls.